Among seabirds, beauty is not merely a matter of color or ornamentation, but a synthesis of form, behavior, evolutionary history, and the dramatic environments these birds inhabit. Shaped by wind, salt, and endless horizons, the world's most beautiful seabirds combine visual elegance with extraordinary ecological specialization. These 10 species are not ranked by spectacle alone, but by the depth of their presence in the marine world, their rarity, adaptations, and the stories written into their feathers by oceans, both gentle and violent. The red-legged Kittiwake is one of the most striking gulls on Earth that can be found almost exclusively in the higher Arctic and subarctic regions of the North Pacific and Bering Sea. Unlike its more familiar relatives, this species possesses vivid coral red legs that contrast sharply with its pearl grey body, jet-black wing tips, and pale greenish bill. It breeds on sheer sea cliffs in Alaska, Siberia, and remote islands, nesting in dense colonies that cling precariously to rock faces battered by storms. Highly pelagic outside the breeding season, the red-legged Kittiwake spends much of its life far from land, feeding on fish and plankton at the ocean surface. Its restricted range and refined coloration give it an almost mythical status among seabird specialists. The blue-footed booby, native to the eastern Pacific Ocean, is instantly recognizable by its improbably bright turquoise blue feet. Found along the coasts of Mexico, Central America, and most famously the Galapagos Islands, this species uses its colored feet in an elaborate courtship display, lifting them high in a slow, ritualized dance to attract mates. The intensity of the blue is a direct indicator of health and genetic fitness derived from carotenoid pigments obtained through diet. Beyond their visual appeal, blue-footed boobies are exceptional plunge divers, folding their wings and arrowing into the sea from great heights to capture fish with astonishing precision. Inhabiting tropical and subtropical oceans worldwide, Tropicbirds are among the most elegant seabirds ever to take flight. With long, narrow wings and elongated tail streamers that trail behind them like ribbons, species such as the red-tailed and white-tailed tropicbird embody aerial grace. They nest on isolated islands and coastal cliffs, often in crevices, and spend the majority of their lives far out at sea. Their stark white plumage, accented by bold black markings and vivid bills, reflects sunlight brilliantly against deep blue waters, making them appear almost ethereal when seen gliding effortlessly over the waves. The Little Auk, also known as the dovekie, is a small but remarkably charismatic seabird of the high Arctic. Found breeding in vast colonies across Greenland, Svalbard, and Arctic Canada, this species thrives in some of the harshest environments on the planet. Despite its modest size, the Little Auk plays a critical role in Arctic ecosystems, transporting marine nutrients inland through its droppings. Its black and white plumage, compact body, and rapid wing beats give it a toy-like appearance. Yet, it is a formidable swimmer and diver, feeding primarily on zooplankton beneath icy waters. The royal penguin is a rare and visually distinctive species, found almost exclusively on subantarctic Macquarie Island. It resembles the king penguin, but is set apart by its clean white face and bold orange and yellow crest that sweeps back from the bill. Royal penguins breed in enormous colonies, sometimes numbering in the hundreds of thousands, creating living landscapes of sound and motion. Their upright posture, smooth plumage, and dignified bearing give them a regal presence that fully justifies their name. The Tufted Puffin inhabits the North Pacific, nesting on rugged cliffs from Japan and Russia to Alaska and the western coast of North America. During the breeding season, it transforms dramatically, developing long golden tufts that stream backward from behind each eye, along with a bright red bill and intense yellow facial skin. These ornamental features vanish outside the breeding period, revealing a more subdued bird. Tufted puffins are powerful divers, using their wings to fly underwater in pursuit of fish, often carrying multiple prey items crosswise in their bills. The Crested Auklet is a seabird of subtle but compelling beauty, found in the Bering Sea and surrounding regions. During the breeding season, adults develop a forward-curving black crest and emit a distinctive citrus-like scent, believed to play a role in mate selection. Their dark plumage creates a dramatic, almost prehistoric appearance. Crested auklets breed in dense colonies among rocky talus slopes, where their vocalizations and social interactions create a constant animated presence. The Horned Puffin, closely related to other puffin species, occupies northern Pacific waters and breeds on steep coastal cliffs. It is named for the small horn-like projection above each eye that appears during the breeding season. With a bold orange bill, yellow facial markings, and immaculate black and white plumage, the Horned Puffin is both striking and refined. It is a skilled diver and an attentive parent, carefully transporting fish back to its burrowed nest to feed its single chick. The Inca Tern, native to the cold, nutrient-rich Humboldt Current along the coasts of Peru and Chile, is one of the most visually extraordinary seabirds in the world. Its slate-gray body is offset by a bright red bill and feet, while long, white, curling mustache-like feathers extend from either side of its face. These ornamental plumes give the bird an almost whimsical, aristocratic expression. Inca terns nest in caves, crevices, and even abandoned human structures, forming dense colonies that fill the air with sharp calls and constant motion. Finally, the Atlantic Puffin is perhaps the most universally adored seabird, breeding across the North Atlantic from Iceland and Norway to the British Isles and eastern Canada. During the breeding season, its oversized, multicolored bill becomes a vivid combination of orange, yellow, and blue, complementing its bright orange feet and expressive eyes. Atlantic puffins spend most of their lives at sea, returning to land only to breed in burrows dug into grassy cliffs. Their comical appearance belies their toughness as they endure fierce storms and frigid waters with remarkable resilience.